Tippy time my damies, Topcat here and welcome back to the channel. Today's build is a blast straight from the past. Our Deadpool tether has risen in stock with the nerfs that happened to the divinity. This super will give us one of the longest and largest debuffs against targets. But it's actually the replayability of this super that has shocked me. And not since year 1 have we been able to pump out so many supers. It honestly feels a little like cheat codes when you can have your super back before the last one runs out. If you like the build, thumb it down below. All questions and suggestions are welcomed, and I'll make sure to leave a dim in the description below. With all that said, we begin by equipping the Shadow Shot Deadpool and the Orpheus rigs. Now most of you are aware that these provide ability energy back for each target tethered by the Deadpool tethers. Now feel free to correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought these had been nerfed to only allow us half of our super back. However, they are once again refunding a full super given enough enemies trapped. But with this build we can go from 0 super to a super, use that super, have a second one loaded all in under 25 seconds. We are going to use the Vortex Grenade and Ashes to assets. I have double stacked these to boost its effects, and will become the first part of our assault. This mod is stupid good. I ran a Gambit game earlier today in which I got 18 supers. Now that's absolute batshit. Next, the fire mod makes us an orb on grenade kills. So our grenades make us an orb. I want that orb so I can invis dodge in for a safe collection of it. I've got one dynamo mod. This will reduce our super cooldown when we are using our class ability near targets. Now it's not a ton of energy, so you can swap this out if you prefer something else, but I did find it helpful to push that super generation that little bit further. Also utility kickstart, reaper, and grenade kickstart. This way we got both our grenade feeding us an orb of energy, and our dodge feeding us an orb of energy. And now we've got our kickstarters giving us a 2-prong ability in order to get our initial super in no time at all, and making the kills required in the tether less in order to feed us back that super in return. Echo of Reprisal is an absolute powerhouse of a fragment. Final blows when surrounded by combatants will grant us super energy. This way whenever we chuck out a tether or yeet a vortex, you want to get as close to the chaos as possible. Whilst our foes are tethered, they're both weakened and suppressed, so you shouldn't be in any real danger. I'm also loving the champ modifiers and our subclass abilities now. As for me, the overloads have always been one of the most pesky of champs, but this super makes light work of them. Echo of Remnants makes our vortex grenades last longer for a good old void bake, and Echo of Expulsion, our void ability final blows cause targets to explode. Not only does our grenade get a larger bite, but it's also awesome for our tether, as when a target dies, not only does the tether share that damage around, but the explosions trigger a cascading tsunami of death. In our Season 20 artifact, Volatile Flow will give us volatile rounds on orb collection for 13 seconds. Stylish Executioner, defeating weakened, suppressed or volatile targets grants us an easy invisibility chain. Echo of Starvation also gives us Devour for easy heals. And if you got a gun you like with Repulsor Brace, it'll go a long way. So when we are doing our little dodge grenade boogie on that little road trip to infinite supers, our volatile rounds give us the safety in the shadows, a bright burst of DPS for quick kills that both heal us and give us an overshield. You really couldn't ask for much more, but we do have more. Stacks on Stacks will give us 2 for 1 on our armor charges, and both a bomber mod and 2 innovation mods. That's going to give us an increased grenade cooldown each time we pick up an orb and when we do our dodge. So together with the kickstarters you can easily get grenades every 10 odd seconds for mass deletions. As usual we use our dampeners on our chest piece. I'm personally not running tons of resilience. I would say it's the 3rd most important stat if you got the points to spare, but both mobility and discipline were where I dumped my loads. This retro build is back and better than ever before. With unlimited supers, it doesn't matter if it's a boss DPS phase or you're facing a herd of Vex, this super build is absolutely nuts. But with easy invis, volatile, overshields and devour, it's a whole bag of nuts. There's a dim in the description below, thumb it if you liked it, any questions and suggestions are always welcomed, and as always, tippy time my damies, what a tie.